Hello friends. Welcome back to Wonderfully Made Bible Stories for Children. Last time, we learned about Joseph's dreams and how his brothers became jealous of him. Today, Joseph's journey takes a difficult turn. When he reaches his brothers, their jealousy leads to a shocking decision. But even in the hardest moments, God's plan is always at work. Are you ready for this week's story? Let's begin. Joseph's brothers had gone to graze their father's flocks near Shechem, and Jacob asked Joseph to go check on them. Joseph obeyed and set off on the long journey, searching for his brothers in the fields. When he finally found them near Dothan, they saw him coming from a distance. Instead of feeling happy to see him, their jealousy turned to anger. They began talking among themselves, wondering what they should do. Some of them wanted to harm Joseph, saying that if they got rid of him, his dreams would never come true. But Reuben, the oldest brother, spoke up. He told them not to kill Joseph but to throw him into an empty well instead. He planned to come back later and rescue him. The others agreed, and when Joseph arrived, they grabbed him, took off his special robe, and threw him into the deep, dark pit. Joseph was trapped. He had gone from being his father's favorite son to being alone in a pit. While he sat there, his brothers sat down to eat. But then, they saw a group of merchants traveling toward Egypt. One of the brothers, Judah, had an idea. Instead of leaving Joseph in the pit, they could sell him to the traders as a slave. That way, they wouldn't be responsible for his death, but he would still be gone. The brothers agreed, and when the merchants came closer, they pulled Joseph out of the pit and sold him for 20 silver coins. Joseph was taken away, heading toward a life he never expected. When Reuben returned to rescue Joseph, he was devastated to find the pit empty. He asked his brothers what had happened, but it was too late. Joseph was already gone. To cover up what they had done, the brothers took Joseph's robe, dipped it in goat's blood, and brought it back to their father. When Jacob saw the torn and blooded robe, he believed Joseph had been killed by a wild animal. Heartbroken, he mourned for his son for many days. This story might seem sad, but it's important to remember that God was still in control. Even though Joseph's brothers hurt him, God was preparing something greater. Joseph's journey wasn't over. This was just the beginning of a plan that would one day save many lives. Let's take a moment to think. Have you ever been treated unfairly? How do you think Joseph felt when he was taken away? Even when bad things happen, how can we trust that God is still working? Sometimes life brings challenges we don't understand. But just like Joseph, we can trust that God has a plan, even when things seem unfair. Thank you for joining me today. Next time, we'll follow Joseph on his journey in Egypt. What will happen to him in this strange new land? And how will God use him in a powerful way? Don't miss it. Until then, remember, you are wonderfully made, and God's love is always with you. Bye for now.